to Shaman's Kitchen. Today I'm gonna be sharing my recipe with you guys for cinnamon rolls. So I hope you guys are all doing well, keeping safe, and you guys are ready for this recipe. So guys, it's a very simple recipe. It's very easy to make, and for all my friends who have sweet tooth, you will really enjoy this recipe, and I hope you guys can try it one day. So guys, for the cinnamon roll, I have all my ingredients here, starting with the flour. I have sugar, I have the yeast, I have milk, I have egg, I have everything here, the butter and everything. So I'm gonna tell you guys the measurement, and I always leave my measurement in the description below. So if you miss anything while I'm doing it, you will always find the measurement in the description below. So in this bowl, I have 3 cups of flour. And the first thing I want to do is that I want to activate the yeast. So into this bowl here, I have about a tablespoon of warm water. And I'm just going to, you want it to be warm, not boiling hot. I'm just going to put 1 teaspoon of sugar, because the sugar helps to activate the yeast. And I'm going to put into there my dried yeast, which is 2 teaspoons, and I'm gonna put another one, and then I will let that sit there for about 5 minutes or so while I'm preparing the other things. So I just break my egg. So I'll break the egg in here, and you guys know I always like to break the egg in a bowl that I can see if anything fall into the bowl. I can take them out, and I always like to take out this little piece here because I don't like this. I don't think this is edible into the egg. So I'm gonna give this a little whisk, and I'll add this into the wet ingredient before I put anything into the dry ingredient. And guys, you can do this with a stand mixer if you have one. Unfortunately, I do not have a stand mixer, and you guys know that I love to knead dough, and I like the feeling and the texture, so I don't mind that at all. So I'm just gonna mix this yeast up a little in here to activate. The reason why I'm mixing it in this bowl is because I don't want to add it into all the liquid, because sometimes if the texture of the dough is how I want it, I don't always use up all of the liquid, and I don't want to throw out the yeast. So I'm gonna let that sit there for a little, and I'm gonna give this a little whisk. So just 1 egg I'm adding to this cinnamon roll dough. I'm just adding the 1 egg, and I just want to mix it up just a tiny bit so I can break it up, and it's not gonna be 1 clumpy egg in the mixture. And in here I have 2 teaspoons of melted butter. I'm gonna add that to my half a cup of milk and half a cup of water, and it's warm. You want to add it into warm water, not boiling. And I'm gonna add my egg into there. So all the wet ingredient is going into one bowl, and then I'm gonna add my butter, which is my 2 teaspoons of butter that I melted, and I'm gonna add it in here. And guys, cinnamon roll is something that I think all the kids love. I'm not gonna say that I'm a completely big fan of a lot of sweet, but a nice cinnamon roll once in a while is so satisfying. So guys, once in a while you have to indulge. Come on guys. So we're gonna I'm gonna mix that up, and then now I'm gonna add my yeast to that. And all the liquid is in one container now. And I'm gonna give this a little mix. My kids are gonna be very happy today. And in this cup here, I have 1/4 cup of white sugar that I'm gonna add to the flour to mix it in, because you want your dough to be nice and sweet. For those of you who love cinnamon roll, you will know that your dough everything has to be nice and sweet and flavorful. So I'm gonna give that a little mix, and then I'm gonna take my wet ingredient And I'm gonna just mix it a little, form a hole in here, and then I'm gonna put it into this bowl. So I'm gonna pour a little bit at a time, so I'm not putting too much. And guys, if you run out of the liquid, you can always add a little bit more of water or a little bit more of milk, but make sure that it's warm and it's not cold, like you're not taking it out the fridge and just add it to the dough. You want to make sure that it's nice and warm water. So I'm gonna add the rest of the liquid on this side with the dry flour. And guys, I'm gonna go in with my hand. I'm just doing this to just put everything together, and then I'm gonna go in with my hands because you guys know me and dough. I just love to knead dough, and Jessie here always like to get her hands in there. I'm gonna put all, and I'm just gonna add some excess flour to bind everything together because we want this dough to be nice and soft and really moist. So I don't want to leave anything out. So that was exactly half a cup of milk, half a cup of water, about 2 teaspoons of water that I add on the side to activate the yeast. And that's because the reason why I put it on the side, sometimes if you have leftover, you don't want to pour out the yeast because you need it to be in here. So guys, let me grab some flour to start kneading this, and I'll come back and show you guys. Guys, I have my the extra flour. When you're kneading dough, you always need to get some extra flour on the side, and I can feel how soft and how sticky this is. And I already cleaned my counter, and I'm gonna make sure that I work the dough on top of the counter. And I want to say a big shout out to one of my viewer who in one of my videos, she or he, I can't remember who it is right off the bat like that, but I mentioned I clean my countertop with vinegar, and she was nice enough to mention that you do not clean stone countertop with vinegar. I didn't know about that, but thank you for mentioning, so I know now that I'm not gonna clean with that vinegar on my stone countertop. And I like when people share ideas with me. So guys, if you have ideas, please leave them in the comment box. If you see that there is some good reason to share something with me, please go right ahead. I love it. I'm open up to learn. I'm here not only to share my ideas and recipe with you guys, but if I can learn from you guys, that is awesome, because we are never too old to learn. So guys, that was great, and I thank her for that. And I didn't know the reason why. I did reply back to her, but I haven't got the answer yet. But guys, I read every one of your comments, so please leave me those comments. I love when I get the comments from you guys, because I know that it's coming from all you special people, because I'm sharing with you guys, and I never know the reaction of you guys. So when I get a comment, I'm so excited, and I'm so happy to read all of your comments, whether it's something for me to learn from, whether it's something that, you know, I can make for you guys, if it's something you're requesting for me to make, whatever it is. Guys, we should always do that. I'm open to learn. I'm open for new ideas, and I love when you guys share your ideas with me. So please always leave me a comment. I really love to hear from you guys. So I'm gonna knead this. You have to give it a good kneading for this recipe. You have to give the dough good kneading, and this one is feeling so soft, so soft and so satisfying. Like, you guys know me who saw recipe with me kneading dough before, that I really love kneading dough. So I know how much Jessica loved to knead dough, so I'm gonna wash my hands after I knead this dough a good kneading, and I'm gonna do the camera and let her get a chance to knead this dough. Guys, it is so soft, and you want it to be soft, so we have to make sure that we knead it properly. And then I'm gonna let it sit for an hour, And after that hour, we're gonna come back and show you guys how we do the next step. But in the meantime, I just want you guys to know that I really appreciate all my viewers, all my subscribers. Hope you guys are keeping safe. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are trying some new recipe, whether it's mine or someone else, and doing a little more of cooking, because it makes you feel good when you make something, or when you try out a different recipe, or when if you didn't make something for a very long time and you make it, it really makes you feel special. And for me, because my parents are not here, and some of my mom dishes sometimes I long for, because mom dish is mom dish. No matter what you do, you can't compare yours to mom's. But when I can't get my mom dishes, and sometimes it's some very difficult recipes, I would just call her up, say, Mom, I would like to make this today, and then she will walk me through, or she'll tell me what to do, and then I will make it for myself. And when you finish, whether it come out just like hers or it doesn't come out just like hers, you still feel special because you try, right? So guys, sometimes give it a try. So I'm gonna wash my hands, and we'll give Jessie a turn, because one day she will be doing this making stuff too, because she liked the idea of learning how to cook. So I'm gonna give her a chance to do this, and the dough is coming just perfect how I want it. So I'm gonna wash my hands and give her a chance to try this dough. Okay guys? So guys, Jessica is doing her part now, and she's gonna roll the dough, because she liked to roll dough, but I don't give her a chance to roll dough. And today I'm gonna let her, because this is one dough that you really like to knead, and you want to knead it well before you let it sit. So Jess, when you're done, let me know.
Okay.
When you feel good about that.
I feel good.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay guys, I'm gonna take
So
over.
soft.
I'm just gonna give it a nice knead, and it's already where I want it. It's so nice and so soft. So I'm just gonna fold it in. And when you're kneading your dough, you wanna make sure that the surface is covered with flour so it won't stick, and it will give you a nice grip to roll your dough out. Jessie, you did a good job. Thank you. I know you were a little bit shy because you were on camera, but that's okay. Practice make perfect. So I'm just gonna roll this in, and one thing you guys have to know, you don't leave it in your fridge for the 1 hour or more if you can. You just leave it in a cool, nice, warm place, and I like to leave it in my microwave or my oven. And before I do so, I will put a little bit of butter. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in the bottom here, so that's gonna help it not to stick and keep it moist. So I'm gonna do that, and then I cover it with a tea towel. You can cover it with a piece of saran wrap, or you can cover it with foil paper, whatever, but something to keep it nice and cool, nice in a nice warm place. So this is it guys. We'll come back and leave it to sit in an hour, and then I'll show you guys the next step. It's such a beautiful thing to make, and you're gonna enjoy and feel very comforting after having one. Okay guys, so this is the moment. It is over an hour that I had this dough sitting, and I just want to show you guys. I peep it because I have it in a glass bowl so I can see it through the bowl. But guys, tell me if this was what we leave it as. Oh my god,
That's very big.
Oh my god. So that rice so awesome. It looks like it's a big cone or something, and you can bake this just like that. So we had it all the way to the bottom, and it like it triple in size, and it's actually over the bowl. If you level it like this, it was touching my tea towel, so it's actually over the bowl. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just poof it down. Oh,
Oh my gosh!
Look at that. So beautiful. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it out of here.
That looks so cool.
You will know, from the time you see this, you know exactly that this is gonna make a super, super awesome cinnamon roll. So what I'm gonna do, I wanna roll it out, and I think this is gonna be a lot for one. What do you think, Jess?
I don't know.
So let me see how much I'm gonna can roll it out to and get it. But this is super, super soft, guys. It's like, I don't know, like a sponge ball I'm actually rolling around here. But I'm gonna roll it off, and you can smell that yeast scent on this dough. So I want to roll it off, like you want to make it to a square kind of when you roll it off, and you want to make it so that you can roll it properly. And just if my hand is gonna block you,
It's okay.
you can take a different angle. So I'm gonna try to get it as square as I can. But what I'm thinking, this is a super big dough, so I might get more than I bargained for with this one. So let's see. It doesn't matter, I can share after I finish making it, because one is good enough for me. I know the kids might not say the same, but sharing is caring. So if I make more, I can probably share. So let's see. So I did 3 cups of flour, and this is how much I get. My dough turned out real super soft, and I guess because I let it to sit for a little bit longer, it came out like it rise like triple the size. So I'm gonna roll this, and it smells so good. The dough smells so good, guys. Even though I don't like to use yeast, but the dough smells so nice. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try my best, my utmost best, to get it to a nice
Whoa, that's big.
a nice thickness. And if I have to use 2 baking pan, I'll use 2 baking pan. It doesn't matter. But I can always make the extra and share. So guys,
This is gigantic.
I was hoping to use like a third of brown sugar, but because of how much it is, I'm gonna be using a little bit more of brown sugar, because that won't be enough for this. So I think I'm gonna be using half a cup of brown sugar. But while I'm getting the brown sugar, Jess, we're gonna come back because I don't want them to wait, and then I'll show them. Guys, I added half a cup of sugar because of the dough came out so much. And I'm gonna add, because this is a cinnamon roll, so we have to put enough cinnamon. So I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and I'm gonna add it right into the sugar. And that's 1, and this is another 1. So what I wanna do here, and I'm gonna bring it here, I wanna mix this up. I think I'm gonna add more, because cinnamon is actually the star of this roll. So I don't want to make a cinnamon roll where there is not enough cinnamon. So actually, because my dough is super big, I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, and I have half a cup of brown sugar, because this is a real big one that I am making. So it's this much, this thick. Jessie, did I get cinnamon on you?
No, it's okay.
So this, you can show them how the thickness that we're using. So you don't want it to be too thick. I'm gonna roll the edges a little bit more, because when you make the roll, it's gonna be like a big thick roll. I want it to be as nice and as like a nice size when I roll it off. So I don't want it to be too thick. So I'm gonna take the sugar, but before I do so, I wanna like put some butter in the top here. And I'm gonna put some butter so that the cinnamon and the sugar can stick onto the dough. So nicely, I'm gonna rub some butter. And I had my butter outside of the fridge, so it's nice and soft. So I'm gonna rub this butter all over on the top here. because we want the sugar and we want the cinnamon to nicely stick onto this. If we don't do so, it's gonna keep moving around. Like when you're ready to roll it, it's not gonna stay in one place. This will help it to stick into one spot where you want it. You can do this with a brush, but the butter is not too soft, so I'm just doing it with the back of a spoon. The brush wouldn't work well if the butter is not melty and runny. So nicely you want to spread your butter. You can do it with anything of your choice. You can spread it out with your fingers. You can do it with a piece of paper towel once you get the butter on here, and so you know that your filling will stick. Guys, it smells so good. Like it smells like a pizza, like when we were making pizza. That's what it smells like. So I'm gonna let this work, and I hope you guys are enjoying this recipe. So you can take a spoon and you sprinkle your sugar and cinnamon around, but I'm gonna do it with my hand because I have more control with my hands.
This looks so yummy. I can smell the cinnamon.
Yeah, it's really cinnamony. So all those who love cinnamon and all those who love rolls, they will like this. And I know a lot of people line up to get this when they go to a cinnamon bun or cinnamon roll place. People line up to get this, and the smell of cinnamon bun, you can smell it from far away. I know when you go to the mall,
Smells really nice.
yeah, like when I go to some mall and they have a cinnamon bun shop, and from the time you hit one corner where that mall is, you can smell it from a distance. So guys, I think this is enough. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah, that
The
looks
rest of
good.
it we can keep to put in something else. I didn't actually use the whole half a cup. Maybe just half, or half of the half cup, which would be like quarter. Yeah, quarter of a cup is not the full half cup. I thought I would have used more, but it's actually not that much. So guys, see how easy that was? So the next thing we're gonna do now is that we're gonna roll this. You want to roll it, and you want to roll it nicely. You're not folding, you're rolling, because remember, this is a cinnamon roll. So when you cut it, you want to have that beautiful, my cinnamon hand is going on it. You want to have that nice, beautiful kind of roll kind of looks. So I'm gonna roll. This is a really big one, Jess.
Oh
my goodness, this is a really big one. My hands have cinnamon, so let me wash my hand because I don't want cinnamon up all over and change the color of it. So I will wipe my hands and wash it. And what you want to do, I already have a pan here with parchment paper inside, but I believe I have to use two. And some people take the rest of cinnamon and they put it at the bottom here. So when it finish baking, it can be nice and brown on the bottom, but I think that'll be too sweet because I'm making like a topping for it. So I'm not gonna do that because I know it runs out when it start baking. It will run out and make it have some on the bottom. But I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing. So I want to take now a really big knife or a cutter, because you don't want to take a small knife, so you have to rub. You just want to make sure that you get nice small pieces like that. And what I like is the inside when you open it, how beautiful that is. This is the end, guys, so the end is not so pretty. This is the end, so I'm just gonna put the end there. And then I'm just gonna cut as I go, and this is actually a part of the end too.
Ooh, that looks good.
But I like how it looks when you can see it like that, right? So we're gonna keep cutting it, guys. I'm gonna keep cutting, and then I'll come back. I don't want to make it too thick, and then I'll come back and show you guys how it looks. Look at that. So nice small ones. You okay, Jess?
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep doing that. And the roll is so soft, guys. It's like super, super soft. We just want to put them nicely in there, and then they take no time.
This is really fast. You just have to mix the sugar and the cinnamon, make a dough, and cut it and put it into the oven to bake.
So we're just gonna let these. You can let it sit after this, but what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna let it sit because this sit for a long time, and this is like super, super soft. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna light my oven and then put them in. I didn't light my oven yet because I want to brush them with some butter on top to let it come out with that nice glazy kind of top.
They look so good.
Yeah. So we're gonna have some extra, and I'm gonna cut those and put it in another pan because we don't want to overcrowd this one. Look how beautiful, Jess.
That looks so
So guys, let me light my stove, get my butter to glaze the top, and then we'll come back and show you guys.
Yummy.
So guys, I'm gonna do the extra piece in here because I don't want to overcrowd the other pan. That's full as it is. And we're gonna do something different with the extra cinnamon and brown sugar that we have. We're just gonna sprinkle some on the bottom here, and we will show you guys the bottom when we take it out. I don't want to put too much because I don't want to make this super, super sweet that you cannot finish one when you get it. And if you guys notice, I'm really cutting them thin because I don't want the kids to feel, well, this is too sweet and they can't handle it. So if you notice in my inside, I didn't add too much of a filling. I just make like just the right amount, so they won't get tired or say, this is too sweet. So I put some butter in the pan, and I put a little bit of the cinnamon, and I put a little the cinnamon and brown sugar mixture, and I'm just gonna see how these ones turn out because we want it to be we wanted to check how that one would be. And these ones are the ends, guys, so don't worry about the look of it. These are just the ends.
It looks very beautiful, like a swirl.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Like
so guys, I'm just gonna get some melted butter. I'll base the top to give the nice glaze, and then we'll come back and show you guys before we put them in the oven. Guys, we're gonna glaze them a little with some melted butter. And my perfect time, and my oven is ready. I actually melt this butter in my oven. So I'm just gonna brush them because you want them to be nice and have a nice glaze when they're done baking. I find the butter give it that nice sheen on the top. So I'm just gonna take the melted butter and do one by one, and I will then after that put it in the oven. It actually smells so amazing.
Yeah.
It smells just like when you pass at the at one of those cinnamon roll place, and that kind of scent that you get with cinnamon, with butter, with yeast, doughy kind of smell, that exact scent I'm getting here. So this is making me so happy. So for all my friends who love sweet and who love cinnamon and who love baked goods, and Jessie's smiling because she knows she's one of those, I am hoping that this will put a smile on your face today. If the sun was too hot for you today, or if you had a tough day, if you're or a long day, I just hope by making this cinnamon bun, and like I said to all my viewers and all my subscribers, sometimes I wish I can share my recipe, share my actual cooking with you guys, but since I can't do that, I hope this will put a smile on your face. If you're not a big cinnamon bun person, I hope if it was nice looking at. So guys, and if you're not a big cinnamon bun person, leave me a comment. Let me know if there is a recipe that you would like me to bake and that you would like to see me make, and I would be more than happy to make it for you if cinnamon bun wasn't something that you like. But I would be more than happy if you request something to do the recipe for you. So guys, I'm gonna put them in my oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll take them out, we'll make a topping and we'll show you guys. Okay guys, so our cinnamon rolls are done. 25 minutes in the oven and they're all done and ready. On the top looks brown because I put that extra butter and cinnamon, but I want to show you guys one of them that we put the sugar on the bottom. Look at that. Look how nice and caramelized and brown that is with the sugar and the cinnamon. Oh my God, it smells, my kitchen smells so amazing. So guys, they're hot so and I'm not gonna serve it. And look how flaky and nice this one is. Jesse, don't touch the pan, it's super hot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a simple icing. I'm not gonna do like a butter frosting or anything. This is sweet as it is. I'm just gonna make a simple icing to just put on top to make it like the real cinnamon roll. For me, I can do without it, but I just want to make it to show you guys that there's so many ways to make your frosting the way you like it. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use some simple icing sugar, or icing sugar, a little bit of milk, and a little tip of lime juice to give a nice limeish flavor. And I'm just gonna smother it all on top of each and every one of them. So I have to wait until this is cold, because if I don't, then it's gonna make all the icing run and we don't want that. So I'm gonna put together the icing sugar as soon as it's cold, because that takes like 1 minute or less to do. So guys, I hope you guys like the result. I can't wait to try it. Icing sugar, and I'm gonna add into that about 2 teaspoons of milk. 1, 2, and let me mix this up, and then I'll see if I have to add more. Sometimes a little bit of milk goes a long way. We want it to be more on the sticky side to make like a nice sticky top. So guys, we want it to be more on the wettish side to make like a nice glaze. So this is perfect. You want to make sure that you mix all the powder sugar in. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna take the same spoon and I'm gonna bring it over here, so it's gonna be better for me to put it on. And what you want to do, you just want to pour this on top of it. You can make it as a style, you can make it you can put the whole thing and just rub it on from the back of the spoon and make it like a flat topping. But to me, when you drizzle it like this, it looks nice. I don't know, Jess, do you like it when it's drizzled, or you like it to be covered on the whole top?
When it's drizzled.
When it's drizzled? Why are you whispering? So I'm gonna make sure that we have on all of them, and they look nice. They look like I'm doing this with some kind of icing tips or something like that, but it's just my spoon. Once you mix the icing sugar with the milk the right amount, you're gonna get it like this runny kind of consistency. And we don't want to put too much. I still want to see that cinnamon roll. I still want it to be there must be topping and there must be the cinnamon as well. So this is the perfect amount for this one. I'm gonna mix a little bit more for the other one, and then I will do a taste test and let you guys know. But guys, before you put your icing sugar or your topping, I will you guys please make sure that it's cold. If it's not cold, everything is just gonna get liquidy and run off of it. I made mine to be liquidy because that's how we're gonna have ours. But let me just try to make a little bit more to put on these ones, and we'll come back and show you guys. So guys, I just have a little bit more for this extra one that we had, and I mix this one a little bit more on the liquidy side, but that's okay because it's gonna soak into all those little rolls, and it's gonna make it nice and sweet. For me, there is no specific way how you want this to be done. You just want to make sure that the top have a nice little bit of sticky kind of glaze, and these ones were the ones that were mostly on the ends, but nevertheless they're gonna get eaten. And I'm just gonna pour a little bit more here, And once this is dried, it's gonna be nice and it's gonna have like a glaze on top because it's powdered sugar, icing sugar, which way you want to call it, is gonna have a glaze. So guys, there's different way to make a buttercream topping, a cream cheese topping and all that, but this is one of the most simplest way that you can do it if you have powdered sugar. So I went for the most simplest way. So guys, that's what it is. I'm gonna taste now. I'm gonna plate and taste and let you guys know. Fluffy the sides are. Look on this one too, it's so nice and fluffy, and look how the rest is. It's so amazingly beautifully done, and you can see it's brown on the top and the sides is nice and soft and fluffy. So you don't over bake it, just cook it 20 to 25 minutes, but you can check. So these are the two I took out to try, and look how nice and soft, like so soft on the side. I'm gonna peel off a row and show you guys, but look how beautiful that is, guys. So I'm gonna go to the backyard because it's nice and it's sunny, and I'm gonna do my taste outside. Guys, look at this beauty. And these two are stuck together. I just want to show you guys how nice and soft and easy it is to come off. Look at that. It's all so soft and so nice. I want to peel off a layer to show you guys a piece of it. I didn't even bring a spoon, a knife and a fork to eat this because I want to go in with my hands and I want to taste it. Guys, it smells so amazing. It's so soft in the inside and they have a crunch on the outside, and the icing sugar is dried out now, so it have like a nice smooth texture on the top. So this is for all my viewers and all my subscribers. I'm taking actually not one layer but 2 layers for you guys, so I'm gonna let you guys know. I can't wait. Oh my god. I am speechless. Guys, this tastes so soft, crunchy on the outside, so sweet. The rich cinnamon taste is just popping in your mouth, and the brown sugar, and the dough is so moist. Oh my god, guys, all you need right now is a glass of cold milk and just enjoy. So guys, I'm gonna take another bite. I'm even drooling. I'm so sorry, I'm drooling because this is so good. So I'm gonna be sitting down here eating this. Hope you guys like the step that I make. Hope you guys like the recipe. Give me a thumbs up if you like the recipe. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. You only have to subscribe to one video. And guys, until then, you'll see me or catch me in my next video. Peace out. God bless you guys. Bye for now.